Greetings. I'd like to record a brief video for you showing you how to get the tables that appear in the R console into Word in a format that a human being might actually want to look at. So let me switch over to my window here showing the RStudio interface and that frequency table of region that I created. It looks very nice here in the console, but when I paste it into Word, it's going to look pretty terrible. So I've selected it all. I'm going to right click, select copy, and go over to my Word document. All right. Now, what you want to do is you want to click this little symbol here to show or hide paragraphs. Just makes things a little bit easier. These symbols don't print, but it makes life a bit easier in terms of putting together a table. I don't like to make the table the first or last line of a document. It creates all kinds of problems later on. So I'm going to make sure my cursor is on that middle position, that middle line. And I'm going to click Control V to paste that table. Now, again, a human being does not want to look at a table like this. It's impossible to read. Let me turn off this show paragraph symbol here. And let's talk about how to convert this into something a little bit easier on the eyes. I'm going to select all of this data, and I'm going to go up here to Insert. I'm going to go up here to Insert Table, and I'm going to select Convert Text to Table. Convert Text to Table. All right, now it presents me with this dialog box. It asks me about the number of columns that I want. I'm going to ignore that for the moment. I'm going to ignore this autofit behavior, but this is important. Separate text at. You'll notice here that we have these what are called pipe characters. That's the character that R inserts to create the columns, and it's the character that is above the backslash category on a standard US keyboard. As you can see, the columns are divided by that called a pipe character. I'm going to click on Other, and I'm going to type that pipe character. Again, it's above the backslash, all the way over on the right-hand side of a standard keyboard. I'm going to click OK now, and look at that. I now have a lovely table. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to get rid of these extraneous columns, and we'll just go to Delete Column. Again, I right-clicked, I selected the column, right-click, and click. In this case, it's not giving me that option. I'm just going to click Delete, Columns, and there's my table. That was easy. Isn't that much easier to look at and read than that mess? Surely it is. One thing I'd love for you to do is to add table numbers so that when you write your report, I know what table something that you're writing refers to. To do that, we're going to go up here to References, and we're going to go up here to Insert Caption, and we can call it Figure, we can call it Table, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to click OK, and it's going to insert that figure number. When I go to insert another table further on in the report, if I do the same thing, it's going to know that now is called Figure 2. That way you don't have to keep manually changing the figure numbers if you add a table, subtract a table, add a chart, subtract a chart. Okay, that was easy, and I hope that I get only nicely formatted tables from you. By the way, I'll just throw in a couple of other little extras here. We don't need this row. This row doesn't have anything useful in it. We'll get rid of it. And then finally, a table really should have the decimal points lining up. This is a bit messy, so I'm going to select all of these items here, and I'm going to go over to Home, Align over here, and I'll align these to the right. This way, all the decimals are in line there. And if you really want some extra credit, open up the ruler. Not sure how you do that. My keyboard works with Control R to open up the ruler, and we can make this look really pretty. by just moving all those over just a bit so they're more in the center, but still right aligned. And then for extra credit, you can center those so this table looks nice. I'm a little bit of a stickler to how these reports look, so I hope that you'll pay attention certainly to creating a decent looking table and hopefully creating a table that looks as good as this one does. Okay,